I'm very excited to be back at Niagara Falls today. I've been here before, but it's been about 6 years or so, and I was only on the Canada side last time I was here. So today, I'm gonna make sure to explore both sides. It's about 8 a.m. right now. I have until 2 p.m. to be here, so it's gonna be good. So we're technically in Niagara Falls State Park, which I think is the oldest state park in the United States here. So we are, where's Goat Island? Yes, sir. My type of island right there. We're in Goat Island right now. That's where I park. So you have a ton of attractions and stuff to do. See the waterfalls over here. And then we have other stuff over here. So like I said, I am on Goat Island right now, which that is on the New York side of Niagara Falls. And before I go any further, I want to educate you guys. You know, Professor Bryce here. Dude, please clean your sunglasses. There's actually not a waterfall here called Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is just the name of where all these waterfalls sit. There are actually 3 waterfalls here. The main one that you've all probably seen online is called Horseshoe Falls. And then the 2 that are more accessible on the American side, those are gonna be American Falls and then Bridal Falls. Coming into Terrapin Point observation deck right now, and so this gives views of Horseshoe Falls, which once again that's the biggest waterfall, the main one, which usually it's better to see on the Canada side, but I guess Terrapin Point gives a decent viewpoint of it. In this viewpoint, you can not only see Horseshoe Falls, but you can also see the American Falls and then Bridal Falls as well. So right next to Goat Island, there's another island, and it's called Luna. So let's go see Luna. Luna Island allows you to get pretty close near the top of American Falls and Bridal Veil Falls. Now, Bridal Veil Falls and American Falls are right next to each other. The way you can tell the difference, American Falls is a lot wider and it just looks a lot bigger, and then Bridal Veil Falls is a lot more skinny. Wow, thank you for that very great and very informative information right there. Anyways, I walked down to Luna Island to get a closer view of American and Bridal Veil Falls, and look at how close you get to these waterfalls. I mean, you could almost reach your hand out and touch them. That's pretty insane right there. Oh yeah, nice. There was a rainbow. Forgot about that. And then I took this picture of myself. I thought it was pretty cool, so I wanted to share it. Okay, thanks for listening. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, but later today I'm planning on doing this excursion called Cave of the Winds. And basically, you see these handrails right here. You can actually go through here, and you can stand literally right here. All that mist, all that waterfall. You can stand right there, and you just get absolutely drenched by Bridal Falls right over here. People need to be paying more respect to American Falls. It's not as big as Horseshoe Falls, but that is still an absolute tank of a waterfall. Way bigger than I thought it was going to be. All right, I gotta prepare to get absolutely rocked by water when I go on the Cave of the Winds excursion here. You guys saw the footage where I showed you how much water gets on that little bridge that I'm gonna be walking down. So yeah, I'm about to get soaking wet. Snoopy is coming off the sweatshirt. Just don't want to get it soaking wet. Maybe I'll throw this on after the excursion because it'll probably be quite cold. Last time I was at Niagara Falls, I did 3 different attractions, but they were all on the Canada side. I did Maid of the Mist, Journey Behind the Falls, I think that's what it's called. And then I also did the Skyline Observation Tower. But this will be my first excursion on the United States side, so super excited about that. Oh man, we got the ponchos. Oh man, I'm all fitted up. I already put 2 holes in the poncho trying to put it on. Oh man, we're going down. Look at this thing right behind me, bro. Am I ready for this? It's 9 a.m. in the morning, about to get absolutely drenched. Yes, I think I am. Oh my gosh, I just came up all these stairs up there. Literally, your feet, when you step up those stairs, they're underwater. Look at my hair, bro. Look, it's soaking wet. Absolutely gorgeous up here with the Bridal Falls right behind me. I haven't even made it up to the top spot yet, but oh my gosh, you get absolutely drenched. I was gonna take my phone out and record, but my phone's probably gonna get cooked if I take it out in this much water. Absolutely insane. All right, it's official. I'm going in. Remember, just about 30 minutes ago, I was up here on Luna Island. And now I'm down here experiencing the sheer power of the Bridal Veil Falls. This is incredible, like, oh my, wow. If you come all the way down to the bottom at Cave of the Winds, you can actually get a pretty good view of Horseshoe Falls as well. Some people rocking it barefoot, and honestly, I do not blame them. Just got back up from the Cave of the Winds, and that is an absolutely amazing excursion. Just being able to get that close to a waterfall. Now, Bridal Veil Falls is the smallest of the three waterfalls, but it's still enormous to be able to get that close to it. And literally, you can go to that ledge and just feel it, all that water rushing onto you. It's an experience unlike anything that I've ever experienced. I saw a lot of people with waterproof phone cases, which that's a great idea. I was not one of those people though. So definitely recommend getting a waterproof case. Wear shoes that you don't mind getting super wet. Like I'm wearing these tennis shoes right now. I don't know if you can see it's from facing camera, but my tennis shoes and socks, super wet, super wet. Just grabbed the passport because I'm gonna be going into Canada here shortly, but not before we check out a couple other spots on the US side. So right now we're going to Prospect Point, which I think is the main viewing observation platform for the United States side. Just for some context, the Prospect Point is on the other side of the water from where Goat Island is, so you do have to cross a bridge to get to it. There's a ton of construction going on around this observation point, so not sure how much I'll be able to see, but just, yeah, we'll see. Wow, could you be any less descriptive? But anyways, look at this view right here of all three waterfalls. That is surely a sight to see. And we got another rainbow by the waterfall. I saw this peculiar looking building right here, and look at the viewpoints it gives of the waterfalls. So I was like, I gotta get on that thing. So it looks like they have a little, not little, can't be saying little, a pretty decently sized observation deck that leans you out onto the water, and you can get great views of all three of the waterfalls. So gonna see how much that is and might be doing that. It's only $1.25. Nice. Yeah, you can't really beat these views. The observation deck definitely gives the best views on the United States sides of these waterfalls. You can clearly see American Falls. You can even see Bridal Veil Falls, and you can see Horseshoe Falls all in one picture, one video, in one site. It's really cool to see. All right, time to cross the border. on foot. So yes, you heard that right. You can cross from the US side to the Canada side by foot. There's this bridge, it's called Rainbow Bridge. But yeah, it basically takes all the cars into the US-Canada border. But there's also, I've heard, or this is what I've heard online, there's a walkway that you can actually just walk across to and then go through the border control there. So I've heard all you need is a passport and $1 and everything should go smoothly. So I hope that happens. Just went through a little walkway to get access to the bridge. It's just confirming, hey man, like you're about to walk into another country, like please have your passport basically. But I think the customs inspection and stuff is on the other side of the bridge. Walking across Rainbow Bridge is an attraction in itself. Like, look at these views. You get absolutely phenomenal views of, once again, all three waterfalls from a further away distance. Oh, should I do it? I'm in the United States. I'm in Canada. I'm back in the United States. I'm in Canada again. All right, about to go through the customs inspection. And just like that, I'm into Canada. I waited about 10 minutes to cross the customs, and yeah, that was a lot better than driving across. The waits probably, I was looking, it's at least 35-40 minutes if you're driving across, but you can just take a walk and then pass through customs here, which makes it a lot easier. So a lot of people say that the Canada side is the more scenic side, especially for viewing Horseshoe Falls. Once again, I have been on the Canada side before, but it was a good while back and I kind of forgot what I saw. So it'll definitely be nice to experience the beautiful scenery again. Yeah, all I want to do over here on this side is stare at the waterfalls. Because like I said, I already did 3 attractions on the Canada side last time I was here. The observatory tower, the journey behind the falls, and then the Maid of the Mist. Right away you're hit with the beauty of American Falls and Bridal Veil Falls. So the thing about the Canada side is I don't think there's set observation points. You just kind of walk along. It's actually a really nice quarry wall. You walk along like a huge quarry wall and you can, I heard, walk all the way to the top of Horseshoe Falls, and just anywhere you stop along the quarry wall, it just gives a phenomenal view of either the American Falls and Bridal Veil Falls or the massive Horseshoe Falls. Crazy to think that just this morning I started my journey over here where all these people are, and now I'm in a new country. A reason why Niagara Falls is so popular, you know, aside from its beauty and everything like that, is because it's very easily accessible. Obviously it sits in 2 different countries that you can view it in, which helps out a lot, but also it's in a very touristy area of Canada and also New York too. So there's a ton of points that you can view the waterfalls from, and it's very easy to get to these points. Even when I was driving in today, I was very surprised how easy it is to park and just maneuver your way around the state park and even crossing into the Canada side. I'm inching closer and closer to the top of Horseshoe Falls, which will by far probably be the best view of anything I'll see today. I'm still probably at least 4/10 of a mile from the very top of the waterfall, which is the closest point you can get to it, and I already feel a ton of mist hitting me from this enormous waterfall. It's crazy because American Falls is ginormous, but then when you compare it to Horseshoe Falls, it doesn't even stand a chance. Pathways are just underwater. God's creation is so beautiful. I mean, Horseshoe Falls, American Falls, and the Bridal Veil Falls are beautiful too, but just something so massive and so beautiful. There's rainbows coming out of the waterfall. It's just really cool to see. And it's cool to know that the same God that created Horseshoe Falls also created you, so you're pretty cool too. It's so crowded here on the Canada side that to get against the ledge or the wall to take pictures or photos or videos of the waterfall, there's literally a wait. You have to wait behind people because like every spot is taken. Here's the observatory deck that I did last time I was on the Canada side, so it gives you a phenomenal view of Horseshoe Falls. About to go cross back into the United States. Hopefully the process coming back into the States is just as easy as leaving. Getting back in was even easier than getting out. I only waited literally 2 minutes and then I was able to get right back into the US side. So I do have to head out here in a second, but I'm walking back to my car, and then I want to stop at that point I was at the very beginning of my trip this morning, which was Terrapin Point. Let me get this car on, get some AC in here. Buckle up. So, Niagara Falls, I just got back to the car. Oh, I have a check emission system light on, great. Man, it was a great day today at Niagara Falls. Experiencing both the United States and the Canadian side was so cool. Both sides have their pros, both sides have their cons. I think for an overall experience, the United States side is very underrated. I think there's a lot of cool things you can do on the United States side that you don't have access to on the Canadian side. And with that, everything is a lot cheaper on the United States side, especially parking. I was seeing some of the parking prices on the Canadian side. They were ridiculous, but you can park in the US state park side for $10 for the entire day, which is not bad at all. And, you know, experiencing Cave of the Winds, I think, was the highlight of my whole entire day today. And then, you know, once I hopped over to the Canadian side, obviously the Canadian views are a lot better than the United States views, but I feel like there's not as much variety of stuff you can do on the Canadian side. You just walk along that quarry wall. I guess you could zip line, and, you know, there's a lot of other touristy stuff you can do, but I like the vibe of the US side a lot better, surprisingly. But at the end of the day, both sides are definitely worth a visit if you have the time to visit both. And that's all I got for you today. Niagara Falls is cool.